Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, not too long ago, I made a Project Zomboid video about things you might not know and the hidden features in the game that go under the radar. Since this video, I've had a bunch of really helpful comments about other things in the game that I didn't include, so I put together another one to talk through some of these features. I'm going to open this one up with something I think that is often overlooked by people starting new runs, and that's bourbon. You may already know that you can disinfect bandages and rags with a bottle of disinfectant or boil water to do the same disinfection process. But what I tend to find quite a few people don't know about is the fact that bourbon is such a godsend. Not only can it be used to disinfect a bandage, but in a pinch, it can also help you with boredom and unhappiness, not to mention quenching your thirst. And yes, I know that many of you are level-headed, calculated, and professional players that would never need to drink to solve their problems. And that's great for me because you're the sort of person that's going to love our sponsor for today's video. Opera GX, the first web browser built for gamers. I'm sure 90% of you guys tend to use dark mode with things like Discord, Twitch, and YouTube because you don't like the light of 1,000 suns blinding you when you're searching for educational content. With Opera GX, you can force dark mode on any website and it works flawlessly. There's a range of themes to choose from too, so you can change the look of your browser. Discord, Twitch, Spotify, and YouTube are all integrated into Opera GX's sidebar, giving you access to your favorite waste of life at any time. If you use Apple Music or YouTube Music, these are available too. On that same sidebar, you can open GX Control, where you can limit the amount of CPU, RAM, and network usage. And we all know a browser that gobbles up that stuff like a fat kid at Easter. I'm not naming any names, but it rhymes with Boogle Dome. Lastly, there's GX Corner, which pulls together all of the best offers and deals across all of the major platforms like Steam, Epic Games, GOG, and Humble Bundle, to name but a few. And to top all of this off, Opera GX is available on your mobile too. I've been using Opera GX for the last week or so on the run up to this sponsor, and honestly, I don't see myself going back. If you're interested in giving it a try, there's a link on screen now and in the description of this video. So that's it from today's sponsor. Special thank you to the guys at Opera GX for supporting the channel on this one. It means a lot to me. Let's get back to the next tip, shall we? In the last hidden features video, we took a look at some of the hidden stashes that you can find in the game, but there's actually something else that ties to this. You'll often find maps on bodies out in the world, but sometimes these will be annotated maps, and if you can find yourself an annotated map, they can point you towards survivor houses that have better loot inside, and they're often barricaded, and they do also include these secret stashes quite often. Now, they're worth keeping an eye out for, but do bear in mind that sometimes they can be difficult to decipher where exactly you are on that map, or even where the map is referring to. Next up, we've got something for those people that like to max out as many skills as possible. Turns out, with the electrical skill, you can actually make lamps battery powered. The main reason why this is so useful is because it will save on fuel, which is now a finite resource as of a fairly recent update. If you're lighting up a large base, switching your lighting to battery powered can be incredibly useful. For this, you'll need level 5 electrical skill, which can be a real grind to say the least, but once you're there, you just need a screwdriver and a piece of electrical scrap, and that can build a battery connector. Connect it to a lamp and you're all set. In terms of leveling your electrical skill, try to find some skill books early on and start collecting electrical items in the early game if you do want to pursue this. Once you've read the skill book to max out your XP gains, spend some time dismantling everything from CD players to digital watches. It's tedious, but it will be worth it. Not to mention, with the level 1 electrical and 2 mechanics, you can actually hotwire cars using nothing but a screwdriver, which removes the need for keys entirely. Now, most people seem to know about collecting water for later use, but did you know that you can actually get running water in your base once the pipes shut off? All you'll need to do is build a rain collector. To build the first level of rain collector, you need level 4 carpentry. Now, once you've got that, you can build a rain collector on the roof of your base and place a sink directly underneath it on the floor below. Doing this will automatically connect the two items, and when rainwater is collected, it'll flow straight out of the sink like the water was still running. Even better, you won't even need to purify that water using this method. It's completely safe to drink. This can save you a whole bunch of time where you'd usually be boiling rainwater to purify it. Speaking of rain, I actually didn't realize this myself until very recently, but were you aware that umbrellas can actually be used to keep you dry in the rain? I just assumed that they were only usable as weaponry, but no, you can actually equip these in your secondary slot and use a weapon in your other hand, all whilst keeping you dry. This can be especially useful in winter if you're looking to keep yourself from getting a cold, as your character will begin to cough and sneeze, which can draw quite a bit of unwanted attention to yourself if you're not careful. Now, this one might be a little obvious, but maybe there are some people out there that never thought to try it, like myself. So the last feature I want to talk about in this video is one for the people that take pride in their chosen base and want to keep it spick and span whilst they decorate things. Did you know that with the use of bleach, you can actually clean your base of blood? Grab yourself a bath towel or dish towel, a bottle of bleach, and you can right click on any area of a floor or wall with a blood stain to scrub away the blood, and of course any residual guilt left over from painting your wall with innards. That's it from me in this one, guys. I hope you found something in here that was useful to you, and maybe you found something that you weren't aware of before. If that's the case, do consider dropping the video a like and subscribing to the channel for a whole bunch more Project Zomboid content, as well as the odd other zombie game as well. If there's any more of these that you want to share, be sure to put them down in the comments for other players to learn from too. Have a good one, guys. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.